Hey everybody, Leah Grace here. Today we're going to try making some buttermilk soap, so let's give it a whirl together, shall we? I picked all my favorite oils for this one, including apricot kernel oil. It has some great ingredients in it which are deeply moisturizing. And then of course we have to have olive oil. It's a staple in soap making, really, and it has a really creamy lather in the final product. So this one's a big component of our final soap. Then next, we're trying something new. It's carrot seed oil. Super fun, right? High in vitamins A and E. Never tried it before, so wanted to give it a whirl in this facial soap. And then we are also going to be using after this some palm oil. And palm oil is really good for sensitive skin, all kinds of skin really. And it's high in antioxidants. Always good for your facial soap. Next, we've got coconut oil, another staple for soap making. Super cleansing, high in fatty acids, all the good stuff, only the best, right? Always good to balance it out with the other oils since it is super cleansing. And rosehip seed oil. This is a keeper when it comes to boosting cell regeneration. So it always gives you that healthy glow, lots of vitamin A. Shea butter is another one that we're going to be using here. This is so luxurious, which is fun, and it helps to keep your skin super moisturized and happy. Now, grapeseed oil has actually been shown to improve overall softness and elasticity of your skin. Obviously a winner. Sweet almond oil, I use this in almost all of my soaps. It'll pretty much help any concern you have for your skin. Just give it a whirl and take my word for it. We've also got some vitamin E oil for this soap. Super fancy, right? This is going to help even skin tone, moisturize. It's an amazing antioxidant. And plus, it just sounded fun. So I thought I'd try it in the soap. Okay, so now we've got it all combined. It's time for our lye. So I have already melted all the oils we just combined. So they're ready to go. And I've also prepped an ice bath because for this soap we're going to be using buttermilk instead of traditional water. And the soap making process actually heats up quite a bit. So by having the ice prepped as well as frozen buttermilk, we're controlling some of that heat so it doesn't go crazy and scorch the buttermilk in the process. So we've got our lye here, sodium hydroxide. It's just a strong alkali, and in the soap making process it's going to combine with all of the oils, and that's what actually creates soap. So safety first, mask up, got my gloves ready to go. It's actually quite caustic, this process, so gotta keep safety in mind. So we're going to pour the lye in pretty slowly and just going to keep mixing as we go. Just slow and steady wins the race on this one. So why did I choose buttermilk for this soap? Well, first of all, it just sounded kind of fun. You know, I've made soaps with water in the past and they're amazing, but why not try something with a bit of a creamy, luxurious quality to it? Buttermilk is enriched in a lot of lactic acid, which is a natural light exfoliant. Helps to get rid of the dead skin cells so you have a healthy glow. It's also a two-punch in that it lightens and tightens your skin, evening out texture and discoloration issues. And I just love the idea of a calming, cooling, buttermilk-infused cleanse for your face. It sounds so nice after a long day, doesn't it? So you can see the more I'm mixing that lye is reacting with the buttermilk and it's causing it to melt. Isn't science cool? So we're just mixing, mixing, mixing. Once I have this all ready to go, I'll take it out of the ice bath. And then this is when the real magic begins. So you can see we've got all the little particles melted and it's ready to go. Scooch our oils on over, and I'm going to use a stick blender to help combine everything here. So we'll just pour that lye buttermilk combination down the stick blender. We're trying to reduce splashes and bubbles as much as possible. This way we have a nice creamy bar, not filled with air pockets. So I'm just kind of stirring without turning on the blender first, being really gentle since this is my first time using buttermilk and soap. And then whenever I feel like it's kind of starting to get to a light trace or combination, that's when I turn it on. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? You see the streaks of the color? Ooh, love it. So trace is just a word that is used in the soap making world to mean The lye particles and the oils are starting to combine to create soap, or saponification. So you can see over this time lapse that the color's changing quite a bit. Started off with that light yellow, and now it's turning into almost a pastel shade. It's also getting thicker. This is all good. We're heading in the right direction. I just want to be extra slow with it. Perfect. Okay, we're going to set that to the side. And I'm going to bring in my mold here. Now we're using a round bar mold from Brambleberry. I thought this would be a nice shape for a facial soap rather than a rectangle. Plus it's something fun, right? Now a neat decoration I'm going to do for this is wildflowers. So we've got some dried jasmine. We'll just try a bunch of different combinations of flowers and see how we like the look. Red rose petals. What could be more luxurious? Loving the colors already. Let's add some pink rose petals. Wanted to keep it kind of natural for this soap. There's cornflower. No added colorants to the soap, so I thought give it a splash of color, little decoration, marigold. A little bit of visual interest, but nothing detracting from the natural state of the soap. And safflower. Gosh, don't you love those colors? They look so beautiful. Now we're not adding any scent to this soap either, so it's just going to be really skin loving. So now to put it in the mold. Oh, that's so fun to watch. You can see it's really liquid, you know, and then the more I pour it, you're going to see it get thicker and thicker to its more of a pudding-like consistency. So we're just going to try and get all of those cavities filled up evenly. Nice and smooth is the goal. Now I did realize something I should have done in the beginning was to put this mold onto a cookie sheet or a baking tray just to kind of give it some stability. You can see it's silicone, right? So it's not going to hold its shape if you try to pick it up right now. Learned that the hard way, but my fabulous husband helped me and we got it all taken care of. So I just want to get every ounce of that beautiful soap out of the container and into the molds. Every little bit counts with all those amazing ingredients that we sourced. Oh, there's the magic baking tray. Yep. You can see we had to scrape off the surface of the silicone mold a little bit, but we got it. Just in time to add the flower petals. I'm kind of pressing them into the soap too, not like crazy, but just a little bit pressing them in because otherwise they would just blow right off. So give them a little bit of a tap down into the soap. Some, of course, will fall off in the process of taking them out of the molds and as they cure, but for the most part, we will keep some of that lovely dried flower petals there. Give it some nice color and also just a nice natural scent as well. So this soap is actually going to need to cure for about 4 to 6 weeks. Sounds like a long time, doesn't it? But it's actually average for soap making. And because this is a milk-based soap, it's actually going to cure in the freezer for the first 24 hours. This is going to prevent what's called gel phase in soap making. This is when it superheats, and for most soaps this is fine. It actually boosts the color of a lot of soaps, but for this milk-based soap, if it were to go through gel phase, the milk would scorch. So off to the freezer. What do you think? Pretty, right? Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.